Let's just talk. Let's have a chat. I like to talk. I don't know. I'm talking to myself sometimes. So I'm half in love. Anyway, when I'm stood there with the guy, he's looking down at me. He went, "No, pleased to meet you." I said, "What do you mean, pleased to meet you?" He said, "You're the first AR-10 I've ever met." Went, Bin Laden ain't even got an AR-10. But don't worry about that because they reckon I'm a little bit mad. Brought up in Peckham. Moved down here when I was about 8 or 9. Sort of got into a little crowd. I went to school on the Ferry Estate, little concrete jungle. Something you had to do. That was it. Until you realised that I ain't going no more. So I stopped going. I can read and write, so it's really, there's nothing in that education department that's for me. It's not for me. Basically, I was into computers, nicking computers in offices, and I thought, this ain't a bit of me. And I see another little mob doing something else, and they've got the nice cars, and I think, what are they up to? Oh, what's the crack? All of a sudden, do you want to do a bit of driving? I started doing a bit of driving. Like I say, there's always one bad apple with a family. And I am him. There weren't a thought pattern at all. There wasn't a thought in my head that told me I'm going to stop. A lot of people say that people that are in a robbery game, and even drug dealers, they do a lot of planning. There's a lot of planning involved. You can go and have 25 grand a day on a box. People earn that in a year. And then as the years go on, you're not interested in 25s, you want mils, you want big bits of work. I actually left the house that morning, picked up a couple of friends of mine. There was actually about £400,000-500,000 worth of stones in the window, and that's what we was after to start off with. We had a little chat, and then we went into, everyone really went into place. I've no feelings or emotions on a bit of work. My heartbeat don't miss a beat. I just literally see that and go, right, that's mine, I want it. Then we said where we was going to have the bit of work. These people were trustworthy people, and they knew this guy, and they said, this guy's got a parcel, he's a diamond dealer. Well, when we found out that there was a lot more in there, we decided to have a flop on it. There was no glamour in actually doing it. There was no enjoyment out of doing it. The fact is this, I'm turning up, that van turns up, that money's there, we're taking it. That's it. It's just basically what it was. That's what it boiled down to. Two of them needed to be in the back of a van, ready to jump out. The other fella needed to be in a getaway car half a mile away. And me, I was at the front of the place, coaching them in. Have the stones, come out the back, jump in the car and go. That was what it was meant to, that's what was meant to happen. The van was going to be left there and we was all going to drive home. They was there waiting for me. 72 soccer. It was lined up. They had a couple of helicopters waiting for us and everything. And they literally trapped us. We was there for about 15-20 minutes, mulling about. We all got into position. The guys showed up. The shutters went up. I give the two guys the call to go in. They went in. It was literally wrapped in seconds. No one saw a thing. When old Bill find out, that's what you're after, that's it. It's on you, you just can't move. I literally can't move. There's a lot of people out there that would love to do it, but just don't have the arsehole. They'll talk about it for the next 20 years. Yeah, I could do that, it's easy. Yeah, is it? Let me see you do something. Even the, what's names, you had to have a tool. It's your insurance. It sort of dawned on me that it was a tactical force team, and then behind them they was jumping out of vans with guns. There was a SO-19 team. And what you also got to remember is I'm looking at a wreck, which is a life sentence. The two fellas in there, they was on the phone throughout the robbery. There was a squad, so I was basically shouting out squad. I've slipped out, I've driven out. Gone into a little old town up the road where my pal was. He was a getaway driver. As I pulled in there was police in there. And at the end of the day, if I've got to get home, I've got to get home. And if you want to stand in the way, that's down to you. was just about to shut off all the roads. And I just got through, 2 or 3 cars behind me, they'd shut it off, they'd shut all the roads off. I drove out up to a roundabout, got to a roundabout, there was 2 Range Rovers there. I literally looked in the back of the wind mirror and I was free, I'm flying. Now it's either go on the motorway and get myself home or stay to try to help me power out. Unbeknown to us, soccer had already been on us for 3 months. I had trackers on my car, my missus's car, and a couple of vans that we had. So they was basically up there waiting for us. I parked up in a little lay-by in a crescent, and there was no cars around me, sort of thing. I got out of the car, took my jacket off, and started to walk down towards a phone box, and then a car come around the corner. Victims and whatnot, you just don't, when you're on the street, you don't see a victim, you really don't. I needed to get away, I needed to get into an house, I needed to grab someone, I needed to basically escape. You do now. Now I think about it and I think about my family, I do see victims. You think to yourself, oh, it's a bit of a liberty what we've done there. I had a newborn son at the time, yeah, he was only about a year. When you have a kid and you get a family, things start to change. Like I was saying, the bit of work come to a lot of money, and I was basically wanting to have one or 2 bits of work to get me in front, so I didn't have to do it no more. I wanted to get out of the game. And obviously, the soccer had other plans. They was there. I got nicked. Job done. They've basically said, you're an extremist. If you're going to do something, you're going to do it. We're not going to stop you. It's just one of those... it's just one of those things that I'll either go straight or I'll end up in jail for the rest of my life. I'm trying for that not to happen. My son's got the same risk factors as I have. He's very much like me. I can see it from right now. He's going to have problems in his life because of the way he's going to be. But I mean, I'm trying to steer him the other way. I know I'm going to make it in a building game. I know I'll make it. So I've just changed trade, that's all. I'm still the same man, I still see things the same way. I'm just seeing it in a building game now and not in the robbery game.